Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming today. We're initiating our series that we call the Satellite Series. I'm Mark Robson with Pianospheres, and I have the pleasure of introducing Richard Valitutto for the first of these 4 concerts. I'm here also with composer Nick Deyoe, who is one of the featured artists of the lineup of composers on Richard's program.
The idea of writing something for Richard was extremely compelling. Piano is a very difficult instrument for me to wrap my mind around. As a composer, my 2 primary kind of go-to things to do with any instrument that I'm writing for is I like to mess with the tuning and I like to mess with the timbre. And with the piano, it's difficult to do either of those things to the degree that I'm used to. There was that moment where we started talking about dampening, and I can't remember exactly. I think it was Richard's fault. He had the idea that what about just muting these notes up here, or one of these notes up here. We figured it out, and that was that thing that kind of unlocked how this could be. And then suddenly a lot of the piece sort of immediately materialized in my mind of having that top range muted out like that.
And can you tell us, Richard, what the material is that you've used for damping?
Yeah, so I'm just using a little bit of poster tack, which is like
chewing gum.
Kind of like chewing gum. Yeah, not as it doesn't arouse the wrath of a piano technician as much as chewing gum. So part of the programming was to find a diversity that could exist, but also play music that I like by composers that I really admire, or composers that I wanted to explore more, or had not yet had a chance to play in this context. So actually, the program has a piece of my own on it. That was a piece I've been thinking about for basically this entire calendar year, and it just seemed like the right thing to happen at this time.
So come on down if you'd like to see.
That one's a real big difference. And then the 11th is particularly exciting because this is like a full quarter tone. So it's actually, 49 cents low.
I guess my question is whether you like to play Beethoven, Mozart, or Bach, or...
I love playing it all. It's, just a couple weeks ago I played a Beethoven violin sonata, and it was, I love coming back to that stuff. You know, I kind of grew up on the traditional classics, and every time I come back with the new experiences of playing newer music, I feel like I actually get closer to what they were thinking.
Of course, for our listeners, we're always looking to introduce you to, like I like to say, the new, the unfamiliar, and the untrammeled. And we're always getting that with Pianospheres.